Go live. I wanted to do like a trap song, like, we're about to go live. Shots, 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 shots. Okay, it's too early. It's so early in the morning. Good morning, everyone. This is your girl, J Essence, and I am still answering questions. Like I said, I'm dedicating 2 weeks. Shoot me your question. I will do a live. I will answer it. I'll try to shoot you back the link, but you need to come back and check. So I have a question from, oh, let me turn around and do this. Like, subscribe, watch my videos, watch the commercials so a sister can get a little something to change in, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to hit me up, you can hit me up at J at my cousin connection. I'm typing it in now. I need water. I need more water. Or you can do J Essence Journey on Instagram. So they put that right there. I love this little bubble thing. It's so professional. And so also shout out to my auntie Wendy who helped me with this outfit. I love it nice and cool and comfortable because you got to let the air comfortable. Because some of us are at that age where the air must find a way to comfortable. Okay, African Queen. My African Queen. There's a song I have to remember. Has asked, hello, since you've been answering questions for 2 weeks, I figured I'm going to ask you this one because I really haven't come across any videos that talk about this. By the way, sis, how are you? I am fine, thank you. As I'm a kuru. I'm a kuru. I'm a kuru. Kia Ronda for how are you, I believe. And you're supposed to say Nakaza. I keep messing it up, so I end up saying Sawa Sawa, which is Swahili for ah. I'm good, like, all right, cool, whatever. Question. What company to go through for moving our furniture from the States to Rwanda? I've watched videos on how we can order things from the States to Rwanda, but that's all I've come across. All right, so I'll break this down into two different things because you're specifically asking regarding shipping. The truth is, I absolutely hate this question. I really do. When I do my consultations, my one on ones, I really hate this question because um, I want to ask you what is so important that you're willing to ship it over. And then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like I got this bed from my, such and such, my grandmama's silver china. I got to have my spices. I spent too much money on this couch. I need to have that. I have my sheets a certain way. Like you're going to tell me all these things, and I'm just going to sit there and look at you like this. Because shipping furniture authentically or shipping those things, I honestly pretty much advise against it. I say sell it, let it go, come with cash, start over. But that's not what you asked me. You didn't ask me my opinion, which this is only an opinion. This is entertainment value only. This is like do your own research, figure out your own thing. The reason why I say that because the shipping process, especially people shipping cars, so I'm gonna have to break this down in different segments. But the shipping process, number one, depends on where you're starting from in the states. Because if you're starting in a place that has a port or something, it's also cheaper if you're starting in inland. So if you're starting like in a Ohio or Atlanta, whatever, you first have to pay for trucks to pick up your stuff to take it to a shipping dock so it then can go across the seas. So that's an added cost. From there, and there's so many technicals I'm going to give you. From there, you then have to wait because what happens is there is like this docket for shipping where there's only so many ships allowed in the seas at a certain amount of time. So you have to wait for your boat. So it's nothing immediate. Like they're going to talk to you and give you like the plan, but you have to wait for your boat to be allowed to then be released to go across the water. Now, when you go across the water, depending on the shipping company you have, you got to understand that those prices are going up too because they need gas. And so some shipping companies, I've heard people quote them that you will pay for the gas or you will pay like a portion, like everybody who has whatever in their bin will pay a portion of the gas to get there. So even if the boat is stuck on the water, because that's another thing, you will have to go. Why would your boat be stuck on water? Because the route, that's where you have people who do the pirating. Or you have maybe something gets closed in one canal and they have to reroute the boats to something. Like you really have to pay attention to the world news because it all can affect your transit. So then this is all in a perfect transit. Perfect transit says that you get your stuff from the States, it gets to the port, it gets loaded to the port, and then it gets transferred over and it makes it to Tanzania, one of those. And then from there, it's unloaded, but it still has to go onto another set of trucks in order to come into Rwanda. So that is the process of all of that. Now, people have been quoted that is a 3-month journey, but nobody I know who has done it under 5 months, 5 to 6 months. So, number one, if you're shipping your furniture, that means that you're living here for 5 months to 6 months without your stuff, because you're waiting for everything to come in. And then, and they're going to constantly tell you one date and it's going to get changed because it's constantly changing. The second piece is then when you look at all of this travel, it's the cost. And so people have been quoted in the thousands of dollars, and your price quote changes if you have a vehicle or not. So I'm going to talk about the vehicle. So I want to say, I can't remember what my one friend said. The key thing is nobody paid what they were quoted. They end up having to pay more because there was always cost. And it's not like people were cheating. It's just, it is what it is. It just is what it is. I can't say yes or no, but the cost has always been a bit more. Only one person I know had like a smooth transition, and I will give you that information. It was headed by a guy who is on the My Cousin Connection page. Let me see if I can find it for you. It's on the My Cousin Connection page. So you should be a member of My Cousin Connection. Everybody should be a member of My Cousin Connection. I'm going to see if I can find it first. And then, but it was like thousands of dollars. Now, if you want to change that over and you want to ship a car, once again, I ask the question, why? Oh, because my car is whatever like that. And it's like, no, first and foremost, you need to know over here. Like you really do need to visit over here because certain cars cannot be repaired easily. So if you try to ship your car, let me see if I can do shipping. Then you don't know if you really have mechanics here that can fix your car. Now, the go-to car out here, majority of the cars out here are a Toyota-based car, or their parts are Toyota. And so, therefore, you're trying to stay in that. You're trying to stay in that RAV4. You're trying to stay in that position. But then if you go into shipping, so you're shipping the car and you are going into dealing with taxes. So this is the article we've done on My Cousin Connection. Please join. If you can, just be a $5 member. If that's all you want to be. Our $20 and $40 members actually get perks. But if you just want to get information and keep information going on a consistent basis, you can do it. I've actually written the whole article. I'm not going to do it. But here's what I just said about your starting point in the U.S. will count towards your calculation. Here's what I just said about law. A certain number of containers are allowed at the ocean at a certain of time. What I just said, shipping times are not guaranteed. You have to do it. Once you enter Rwanda, you still may have to deal with a customs tax. That's where I'm going to with the finances. On top of shipping, you need to ask about individual items. Here you go. Cars have an import tax of a higher rate than other goods. And so the older the car, the higher the tax rate will be. Here are the numbers and people who I said you can talk to that I know people who have used. Ludovic is the number one person I know people have used. He will at least discuss things with you and kind of take out the guesswork. Another company here is Umoja Logistics, Rwanda, and that's their information. Also, Air Seven Seas has decent reviews on Facebook. And if you just want to focus on shipping a car or anything with wheels, Ship Overseas will give free quote and help you fill out timing. And if you want to know information about import and taxation, this is RRA and how you will be taxed. Okay. So I'm going to come over here and do stop sharing. Okay, Rose, let me finish talking about this and then I'll get into your question. Okay. So that's what I'll say. So that was just the route. So then we talk about the money. So we're talking into the cars. And so because of the cars, you will be taxed based upon what your car worth. I don't think it's car worth. I think it was how much the car sells for. And so they create, and it's a really big tax number. It's a really big tax number. There are so many cars that are left in customs because people are like, I'm not paying that. There's like this whole like this graveyard of cars that are just laying there like somebody revive me, all like Cinderella waiting for somebody to kiss them, but they're waiting for the key to go to the engine because people have turned around and been like, how much? What? No, peace, I'm out. So if you're talking about shipping and you really want to have a certain type of furniture or quality furniture, the shipping hack I tell people about is you buy a ticket to go to Dubai. And I did know somebody who used to do this. We're just not kind of talking because people don't like return telephone calls, but I might send a call. But there's people who do this. But you get a ticket to go to Dubai. You purchase what you need from Dubai. Dubai has a lot of things that we're looking for and have that access. And then you ship from Dubai. Shipping from Dubai can take like 3 weeks because it's so close and you'll still pay your tax, but you don't have to wait as long. And it's just a much better process. So that's one of your shipping hacks is that if you really need something, or want something, you can utilize the Dubai. A lot of people actually buy their cars from Dubai and then get them shipped over here versus bringing their cars from the States. Because there's a lot of cars that we don't know about. We like out here, like the Proto, whatever, like that. There was just a lot of cars that I've seen out here that are actually really good cars. They're just not popular in the States. And so that piece happens. Let me get back to your question. So I think that breaks down what you're asking for when it's regarding moving the furniture and just the shipping process and the things you have to think about. So you need to go ahead and call and get those quotes. Even if you're not there, it's a lot. I do know someone who spent a lot on shipping. They shipped like their entire house here. And then when they got here, they are missing items and they don't even know because the process took so long if like the items were not picked up properly from the house. Like I think it was picked up properly from the house, but you don't know if it was packed from their storage into the storage container from once from the trip. Like it's just a lot of stuff, but they did miss things. And then let me see. So then you have how can I order things from the States to Rwanda? Since you've already watched videos on that, you know that that is possible. I really do not do a lot of ordering from the States. My friends do, they go through, whatever. I really don't. I really kind of came after I got here with the idea of if I can't get it here, I don't need it, or what can I do to get it here? When it comes to furniture, there are so many people who have talent in making furniture. I don't have any needs for that. The only thing that I would really tell people is find ways to ship family heirlooms. Like, did I say that? Yeah, like the things that really matter. But you can get pretty much anything. Oh, the thing that I stated I missed the most was my black art, like my personal black art from America. I really do miss. That's I didn't realize how irreplaceable that was. Like that was really a lot to me. You probably could try to get somebody to recreate it, but I also was like a very creative. Like my art wasn't like everybody else's, and I just really miss some of my pieces. Oh my God, I miss some of my pieces. And those are the big things. Like if I should have really gone through and got them like to prints so I could just roll it up and bring it here. Okay, Rose. I'm going to answer all your questions in just a second. Um, and the art prints and all that other stuff, and then those things. So that's all about the shipping and everything. I hope I answered you, African Queen. Now, Rose, I'm going to go ahead and segue from this one into what you asked for. Um, can felons get a visa in Rwanda? I am pretty much not the authority. I'm on the entertainment value, but I do know that with every single visa that is asked, they are asking for a background check. You must present a background check. What they see on the background check and what decisions they make, I don't know, but you must present a background check in order to get the visa. And the background check must come from your country of previous residence. So you must have a background check to present for any visa, I believe, except for your tourism visas. Except for your tourism visas. And so your 10-year is technically a tourism. So you can do tourism without getting checked for a background check, and you can do that. And then you've asked the question, can Americans own guns in Rwanda? I am going to say entertainment, personal value. The answer is probably pretty much no. The answer, let me not even say pretty much. Like, so there is I had actually a consultation regarding this, and they found an article that stated that, oh, well, number one, you have to, in order to even own a gun, get a specialized permit from an entity in the government. So I can't sit there and say yes or no. I do know that there is a permit process. However, gun ownership, I have not seen from residents, locals, or citizens. I have not seen gun ownership pretty much at all, unless I don't even know if they own guns, but you do see the police officers with guns. Um, and the military personnel with guns, but I have not seen anything else. I am saying that there is a visa that is a resident visa that is open to Americans for 10 years. And if you watch my visa breakdown, I break down that one. And that visa is, you have to leave every 6 months in order to do that. I can't remember if that's a background check or not. Most visas that are under the tourism is not background check related. However, because it's 10 years, I can't promise that look. A tourism visa is when you land upon arrival, the tourism visa is 30 days. It is able to be extended to a 90-day visa, and that is pretty much active maybe 3 times. And then that's it. You have to find something. And I'm pushing it on saying 3. So that is the information that I know. I am not an expert. You have the right. Please, I would say for those questions, I would actually reach out to a lawyer because you don't want to make sure that you're getting that wrong. And in my consultation, I told them to check with a lawyer and let me see if My Cousin Connection, which I will state again, please, you guys, become members of My Cousin Connection. It really does not hurt. It helps us be able to gather more information. It helps us actually be able to do the things that we're doing. I don't know if this is big enough or not, so I'll do it this way. You have the distant cousin package, which is $5, and you could just do that. $10 is actually our ideal if you're not here, and they were doing our $20 and $40 packages, or you could pay a one-time fee, which is those following ones. Become a member. I'm looking at the articles, and I was looking for them to get lawyers. So I would say reach out to a lawyer who can better advise you on the laws that happen here in Rwanda. And we have researched and found about 10 lawyers waiting for it to load that can help you figure out what you need to do. So let me let it load and then I come back. So, like I said, the best thing is to be able to look that. Okay, so hold on. It's still loading. All right, so here are the lawyers' information here with their expertise. Sometimes we have their websites here that helps you find out who they are or what they're doing. And so I would 100%, especially Rose with you, have him reach out to a lawyer first. You could also reach out to immigration if you had to in that case. Rose has another question. Give me a second. The guy that I'm talking about has a successful businesses, hundreds of thousands of dollars in bank account, and just made a mistake when they were younger, would be coming to Rwanda to do business and just live. I am not that person to find out. I think that at this point in time, he well, one, he could definitely, and I would say this, if he has hundreds of $1,000s in the bank account, he can definitely come in and tourism and at least find out what he likes about the country. If he likes the country and wants to make the next step, you can come in on the tourist visa, you can stay for a good amount of time, and then you can turn around and go to immigration or talk to somebody and be able to present that. The other thing too is that he's technically, if you're coming in underneath that and he's trying to do, he can also probably go for the investor's license. And I can't answer that question. I'm being honest with you, Rose. That's not my expertise, and I don't even want to get into what that looks like. I do think that you might want to find you a lawyer or whatever who can do that research or present that information and find out your best options. But for it to me, I'm just gonna be like, look, that's the thing. Everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the. That's the wrong song. But I'm saying I don't. That means I don't know everything, and I'm cool. I'm cool saying somebody else might know a lot more than me, and that's where I'm kind of have to say my hands are off on this one. Okay. So basically, and this is where things get murky. This is where things get murky. Basically, you can do the 30 days. That is a tourist visa. When you're here on the ground, you can apply for your 10-year visa. Your 10-year visa is 6 months in. Every 6 months, you must leave the country and come back. Oh, I'm seeing what you're saying. Yeah. God, there's too much going on. So basically, yeah, as soon as you touch the ground, we've had people who've come in and on day 5 went ahead and registered for the 10-year. Registered for the 10-year. How okay? But if he's planning to do business, you are not supposed to be doing business on a 10-year visa. So they will require for the visa change. They are very strict, like it's like really be in your lane. Whatever you're doing, your visa allows you to do, and they have a visa for every single thing. So it gets murky for him if he's trying to come in on the tourist visa and do business. Do I know people who've done that? But I am a strong advocate of follow the freaking rules. Follow the rules. You won't have no, it won't be no, what's it? Have no problems, be no problems. But that is the case. If he's trying to live and he's like, yo, I'm going to travel in and out, that's not a problem. That's not a problem if he's only trying to live. But if he's going to try to do business, invest at a certain level, you could be an investor, like with the Sava farms, with the Harmony Village I talked about. You could be an investor on that level. But if you're trying to be an investor, like hands on the ground, I bought land, I did this, I did that, like those are the things. And that's why I said I want to step away from this conversation. And I would like to say, hey, meet my cousin connection. Do you see this article that we did of lawyers? Might be a next great step. Like, I don't want to be part of saying yes or no. I like saying, here's how to find your answer. And that's how you find your answer. So I hope that helps out just a little bit. Pop, pop, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. Rose, go ahead and put down any more questions because I am about to end this one. I'm going to try to find the other question I'm supposed to answer, and then I'm going to shoot back on live on a different topic. Okay, Rose, thank you. And thank you to everyone who joined in. Make sure you comment on the bottom. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure if you're really interested, like I said, My Cousin Connection, for us to continue to send out information and get information, we do need that support. So that support is wonderful. If you just want to go ahead and knock it out, go ahead and knock it out. I love it, love it. I'm actually sending a message to Emmanuel because of the question. We need to go ahead and put up an article about gun ownership in Rwanda. Gun ownership in Rwanda. Let's do this article. Emmanuel, we will be writing an article about, okay. All right. So I told you, you guys ask questions, we answer. That's what we do. All right. I think that's it. I'm sneezing. Oh, if you want to contact me, this is the email. Or like I said, you can hit me through Instagram. Okay? To everyone. Bye-bye. Y'all getting this free consultation. That's what y'all doing.